Hello everyone, I'm Pacific and welcome back to another episode of YouTube Tips. This time, we're going to talk about basically what kind of editors you need for what kind of style of gaming video that you're making. The first style we're going to talk about is just the normal Let's Play where you have the game and the microphone in the background. Basically, you can use just about any editor for this, all the way from Windows Movie Maker all the way up to something like Adobe Premier or Sony Vegas, and that's because all of those things can handle a video and an audio track. That's all you really have to have is a video and an audio track. When it gets to stuff like Facecam, that gets a little bit harder. Now I don't know about Mac, but Windows, you can't really use Windows Movie Maker if you have a Facecam, unless you record your gameplay with your Facecam in the middle. But if you're recording where your face cam is a separate video track entirely, you need something beyond Movie Maker. If you record where your face cam and gameplay are both recorded into one audio track or video track, then it's totally fine to use something like Windows Movie Maker. The reason why I prefer to record my face cam and gameplay as two different tracks is because of the way I make my thumbnails. I need to be able to have the gameplay, a picture of the gameplay, the full screen, not like one corner cut out. I can't really do that just because of the way that I prefer to make my thumbnails. Occasionally though, I can record the face cam in the frame and just have everything in one video track and I'm perfectly fine. Now I will say, when it comes to edited videos, the second set, not just a Let's Play of one clean cut kind of gameplay, but the second kind of cut up gameplay that's more almost highlights. It can also be in Let's Plays. Typically it's more highlights. When it gets to highlights, you can use Windows Movie Maker, but it's really a hassle to do that. I've done it before and it's really tedious to do it. Basically, there's no split tool that I know of in Windows Movie Maker, so you can't split the track up. It's literally better to upload the full gameplay to YouTube and use the YouTube video editor than to use Windows Movie Maker to make a highlights video, just because of the nature of the way Windows Movie Maker works. But if you want a more professional editor, you can do that with Adobe Premier or Sony Vegas. Those ones, really, if you don't want to use YouTube editor, those two are really good for highlights videos. Also, not to mention, if you have Sony Vegas or Adobe Premiere, you can make smooth transitions, custom transitions. You can also take the video and, do something beyond just brighten it up. Maybe make the colors look a little bit nicer, especially if the game is dark and the colors aren't that vibrant. You can turn it up just a tiny bit on the color scale and really make the elements of your game pop. Now, the third type of gaming video is the ones where you do reviews, where you show your face cam and your gameplay. You can pull this off with Windows Movie Maker. You just have to, you can't put your face over whatever's being shown. You have to show your gameplay and whatnot, and then you show your face cam and then gameplay and face cam, and you can do it. It's really choppy to make, but you can't really do it with the YouTube video editor for reviews and stuff, where you would normally cut into face cam sometimes or the gameplay other times. You really want to use a higher standard, Sony Vegas or Adobe Premiere. You can use Windows Movie Maker, like I said, but it's tough and it leaves a lot to be desired. The reason why you would want to use Sony Vegas or Adobe Premiere more in this situation is because you can do things, not only the transitions, the color corrections and stuff, but if you need to show maybe, you're playing the game but you want to show like a picture of like a weapon that you're going to find in the game or an item or just anything really, like a glitch screenshot, then you can put that up there. You can put more elements on the screen than just your face cam and your gameplay or whatever you're playing in the background for the review. The last gaming video style is montages, and there's no easy way to say this, but you have to use a high-end video editing software to really make good montages. You can do it with Windows Movie Maker, but it's really not that good in terms of transitions. You know, special effects. If you make a good montage, you want your videos to look good. You know, you want to spend that extra 10 hours putting in little filters, little edits, you know, the transitions. You want to have amazing transitions in the montages. Like I said, you can do it with Windows Movie Maker, but at that point it's just a highlights reel with music, because a montage kind of has more flash and flare. You know, to get the gameplay for a montage, you might spend 40 hours for the gameplay, then you're going to spend 40 hours on the editing. I've actually done that before. My friend spent a long time getting clips for a montage, and I spent a long time editing that montage because I had to sync up all the shots to the music, all of his gameplay to the music, put in all these special effects and transitional effects, and really make the montage look amazing. Did it come out amazing? No, it still kind of looks super amateur, but it was my first attempt, and for a first attempt, I would actually say I did a lot better than a lot of people, including my friend actually. He did the Windows Movie Maker style stuff, and it didn't work out very well. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys learned some great things, what kind of types of editors you should use and shouldn't use for different things. If you have any editor suggestions, and tell them in the comments below. Did I miss a style of gaming video? Those are, I think I covered the 4 essential gaming video styles. If you want to tell me about another style, I'm totally open to listen to it. I might even use it if the chance comes. So subscribe if you're new. YouTube tips every Wednesday, 2 videos. I'm Pacific. See you guys in the next episode of whatever I decide to make.